morning, I'm Zane and you're watching BearHunter.tv. Today, in part of the process of getting ready to go bear hunting, we're going to go get some bait. And for me, half the fun, well, not half the fun, but some of the fun is actually getting the bait. Every time I go to my source for food, I don't know what I'm going to get. It's a bakery, and they have production runs almost every day. But sometimes there are weeks where there's no spoils, if you will, available, and other times there's lots. So I'm prepared this time. I dropped off a total of 5 55-gallon drum barrels off yesterday to this particular source. And the reason why I keep saying source is any good bear bait hunter, when I say hunting bait, because sometimes hunting the bait is just as difficult as hunting the bear, but at any rate, when you find a source, you don't want to tell anybody who your source is. That's rule number one. So shh, be quiet, don't tell anybody, because that source will likely dry up right away as soon as you tell one of your friends, and the next thing you know, he's calling, and when he talks to that source, your source is going to be upset because he doesn't want to be harassed by phone calls. So today we're picking up some barrels of bait. Hopefully they're all full, and I believe it's going to be chocolate, and we all know bears like chocolate. Goody, look at all that. 4 barrels filled with chocolate. That's what they like, chocolate. Now this chocolate's got lots of small paper. You'll see there's plenty of paper in each of the barrels. But that's okay, because the paper will disintegrate and the bears usually will actually spit it out. This particular bakery last year used to have a bunch of rubber gloves, sometimes mixed in with the food. They've gotten a lot better at not doing that, but the bears would actually chew on the rubber gloves and they'd spit them out. They did not like them at all, and they wouldn't swallow them or let them go through their system. So it was all safe. But when we actually load this, sometimes we'll check for debris, make sure there's nothing bad for the bear in here, and that usually just takes a couple minutes as we're loading each of the bears. So, good stuff. Okay, what I'm trying to do, you can see all the food I've gathered so far. That's about 200 gallons, maybe 300 gallons of food. Here we have the 3 barrels remaining that I just unloaded, and I'm running out of barrels. I got one there that I emptied into the big container, but these here, I need to get more barrels, so I'm going to take all the stuff that's in here and place it in the barrel here, and then the other one, and see if I can't get this thing empty enough to dump the balance into that and just kind of cram it down. But this is good stuff, all chocolate. There's some white vanilla or whatever flavor muffins there are down the bottom there, but this is all good stuff, and this paper again will all disintegrate on the bait site. Hi, this is Zane and you're watching Bear Hunter TV. Today I'm making another bait pickup, and I had my friend Mike drop the barrels off the other day, and he's been kind of the one guiding me through some of all this. Originally, he's the one who got me into bear hunting, and I thought he might be joining me today, but he's not. So today we're going to go get hopefully another 4 barrels of food, and then bring it back, cover it up. One of the things about getting bait food is the types of food you want to get. If you're not fortunate enough to find a bakery that can give you their leftovers or spoils or whatnot, you can try the local donut shops. Each night they gotta throw a certain amount of donuts out. Some of the new donut manufacturers or donut sellers have got regulations about not selling back to the public or giving back to the public. That's okay. One of the other things you can do is find bread. Go to a day-old bread store and buy up their bread. Usually the day-old bread places have it very, very cheap. Also, there are chocolate manufacturers that will sell their collection of extra chocolate, and that's usually a price per barrel. It doesn't matter what the food is. I try and stay away from meats, believe it or not. I'd rather stick with something sweet and sugary. That's what the bears like. They like a lot of real sweet, sugary content. And if you buy bread, you can take bread and then soak the bread with a combination of water and sugar, or a molasses mixture or something to that effect, and and just pour it right over top of the bread when you get the bread packed into your barrels. And we're going to talk about barrel collection later. One other thing to consider about the bait food is you're going to need a lot. Depending upon the type of bait season you have. Some states, their bait seasons are the first day of bait season is the first day of hunting season. Some states you can bait up to 30 days in advance. I think there are some states that may be even 45 days. But at any rate, you're going to need enough food to get you through the bait season. Plan on going all the way through the bait season. And check your local codes and regulations as far as baiting. I like to go ahead and feed my bear all the way through the end of the baiting season, even if I've already gotten my bear towards the beginning of the season. The reason is that you're feeding other bear there, and they're going to go into hibernation. And the fatter you get them this year, the better off they'll be next year. Okay, I'm here in the bakery, and you can see they got 4 barrels waiting for me, full of lots of food. And eventually they're going to have a guy in a forklift come over and give me a hand here and put them on. One of the keys about getting bait food too is the personal touch. Treating these people with respect, being very thankful for what they do for you, and get personal with them. These are people who work hard, and sometimes you don't know what their feelings are about hunting and bear hunting. Okay, all loaded up and ready to go. These were heavy, very heavy this time. So it's going to be interesting to see getting these off the truck. Okay, you heard me mention my friend Mike dropping off the barrels the other day. One of the things I would encourage you to is get a hunting buddy for this, because bear hunting is a lot more fun when you get someone to share it with. And obviously you probably already do have a friend, but get involved in this together. One person can be responsible for gathering up the grease, the other one responsible for the bait, or you guys share that duty. A lot of times when we do bait pickups, you don't know when they're going to call and tell you, hey, we got a load ready for you. So if you're a traveler, or if you are not always available during the middle of the day, if you have a friend who can help out with that, that certainly is a great thing. And it also helps if your friend has a nice truck, which is the case here.